Namo Aditapa. Thanks so much for joining me for our daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This wonderful sound calls us back to our true home. The third mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I vow to cultivate responsibility and learn ways to protect the safety and integrity of individuals, couples, families, and society. I'm determined not to engage in sexual relations without love and a long-term commitment. To preserve the happiness of myself and others, I'm determined to respect my commitments and the commitments of others. I will do everything in my power to protect children from sexual abuse and to prevent couples and families from being broken by sexual misconduct. For our Dharma lessons, we've been reading More Than Mindfulness, Widening the Field of Practice by the Monastics of the Thai Forest Sangha. We're continuing in a talk by Ajahn Karunadhammo called Mindfulness and Kama. Cetana, intention, is also a subtle mental factor that is in operation all the time. We are often not so conscious of it when it arises. We can be more aware of it in very strong mind states when we have a semblance of mindfulness. But intention is at the basis of much of our action, whether we know it or not, whether it is conscious or unconscious. So with a confused state of mind, or a mind that has delusion in it, we are making karma all the time, even though we may not be aware of it. And it's good to remember, too, that intention is different from motivation. Intention often being just that inclination to perform a certain action, whether it is skillful or unskillful. And motivation being the underlying quality of what is driving that intention. The same actions, but with different motivations, will have different effects in our karmic stream. Consider the intention to take something that is not ours. It could have a very weak motivation. You're at work, in the office, and you see something that might be useful at home, like a pen. You're not thinking very clearly with conscious intention, but just with the lack of mindfulness, you pick up something and you take something that is not yours. So there is an intention there, which is based on an unskillful motivation, but it's not very conscious, versus something that is very conscious, like the mind of a thief going to burglarize a house. Same action, taking something that is not yours, but the mind, like a thief, has a much stronger karmic consequence. So motivation has its role in terms of how we experience the effects of our actions. Our practice is not only to see intention arise, but to examine the motivation behind it. And that helps make it more conscious. This is a clear way to develop mindfulness and clear comprehension as very important tools. This gives us the ability to examine what's going on underneath any kind of intention that is arising for action, and to be able to make a moral choice to stop if it is moving in the wrong direction. In terms of developing wholesome states of mind and experiencing the results of those, you need to have a good degree of sati and sampajanya, mindfulness and clear comprehension, to be able to see the intention that is arising and to make a moral determination. Is this skillful or is this unskillful? And then to readjust through choosing, through intending to act in a skillful way, and to refrain from doing any unskillful action. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be at peace. Namo Adida Phat. Thanks so much for joining me today.